Acid rain occurs when acidic pollutants, sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide, precipitate in the form of rain, snow, hail, or fog, and the pH level of precipitation is below 5.6. The average acidity of pure rain. Acid rain affects human life in a variety of ways. Acidification of groundwater and soil hampers the growth of forests and agricultural crops and its life-threatening to several animal species. At a pH level of 6.0 or below, freshwater shrimp cannot survive. At pH level of 5.6, bottom-dwelling bacterial decomposers begin to die, causing non-decomposed leaf litter and other organic debris to lay on the bottom and depriving plankton of food supply. At a pH level of 4.6 or below, all fish and most frogs and insects die. Acid rain also damages buildings and historical monuments, leads to the release of harmful chemicals such as aluminum from rocks and soils into drinking water sources, and the corrodes lead and copper piping. The principal cause of acid rain is sulfur and nitrogen compounds from human resources, such as electricity generation, factories, and motor vehicles.
Mexico. Mexico. We know that Mexico City is a city that has a lot of people, so this contributes to the air pollution to increase. City streets clogged with traffic and air pollution is perhaps the worst problem the city faces. Photochemical smoke is critical during the winter months, when a temperature inversion stabilizes the atmosphere above the basin and the air pollutants accumulate in the stationary layer of air that covers the city. Encircling mountains trap the smoke generated by cars and factories. Most of the air pollution originates from automobile exhaust, which are responsible for 72% of all atmospheric pollutants in Mexico City. Mean ozone levels in Mexico City are 10 times the normal atmospheric concentration and are more than twice the maximum limit allowed in the United States. In order to alleviate this problem, the vehicles of Mexico City are under a permanent vehicular restriction program called Hoy No Circula. All vehicles, according to the last digit of their license plate, are distributed by colors along the week and are not allowed to be driven once in a week. So all this contributes to the acid rain to happen because all the pollutants concentrate in the atmosphere and also the absence of precipitation, and that's when the acid rain happens.
The United States Environmental Protection Agency is the agency in charge of measuring the environmental problems in USA. One of them is acid rain. The EPA divides the country into 10 regions. I'm going to talk about Region 9, which includes Arizona, California, Hawaii, Nevada, and the Pacific Islands. Mainly, most of the contamination comes from the generation of electric power that relies on burning fossil fuels like coals. Region 9 is the most affected region in the USA because this region is characterized as the most urban region in USA. In order to reduce the contamination, the USA government passed the Clean Air Act, which are a series of plans in order to reduce the levels of contamination. Viewing a map of acid rain levels, we can see that the states which are the most urbanized are the ones that present the higher levels of acid rain.
Caused by emission of sulfur dioxide by power plants. According to Sinton, 1996, coal combustion is responsible for 94% of all sulfur dioxide emissions. Power plants are the largest contributors, and less than a half dozen of China's hundreds of power plants utilizes desulfurization technology because stack heights are usually very high. However, power plants' emissions contribute more to regional than to local acid rain. Furthermore, sulfur dioxide emissions are rising due to the continued growth in energy consumption.
It is sad to know that the acid rain of Mexico City is more acidic than the acid rain of Japan and the United States. USA has 4.2 pH, Japan has 5.6, but Mexico has 4.0. The lowest pH means the more acidic. We have to make something about it, using less the car, more buses or bicycles too. US is the country that is more concerned about this problem. Mexican government should take care the same as the one from the US. In that way, the problem will be smaller and won't affect us as badly as it affects us now.
Acid rain is a big and serious environmental problem that we must face to preserve the harmony of our planet. Acid rain doesn't affect directly us humans, but affects other species and microorganisms that help our existence in the earth. We must take immediate action to try to reduce acid rain. This can be done by finding alternative and sustainable ways to produce energy, and also by diminishing the pollution created by power plants. We must face this problem together because it's a problem that concerns all of us, and solving it will help to save the earth and with it, our life.